Chapter 118 Mid-Stage Extraordinary Foundation Establishment. Song Shisuke's landed in the distance. The kennels were distributed like pigsties. There were dozens of dogs tied inside. There were also high-end kennels cut from jade. The dogs in there looked much better. Let me remind you that the dogs here all have special uses. They're either in charge of guarding the door or going out to hunt prey. If you're not the descendants of the elders or their favorite disciple in the palace, you won't be able to eat them casually. Wu Shansheng teased, "You can try eating one and see if you get in trouble. Then they'll try it." Song Shisuke's landed on the dogs. He realized that these dogs all had a tag with a special number. Sensing his unfriendly gaze, the dogs immediately started barking. Woof, woof, woof. The dogs were all acting tough on the outside but were actually feeling afraid on the inside. Sanchi thought, these dogs are intelligent and understand humans. You didn't give them a good first impression. Wu Shansheng laughed out loud. It was obvious that he was deliberately making things difficult for Sanchi. With that, he left in a good mood. Sanchi took the storage bag and sent his divine consciousness into it, taking out items one by one. There was a special identity token, a dog chain and a dog ring, and finally a booklet that recorded the background of different dogs and what they liked to eat. There were also a few classics titled Dog's Common Sickness, Dog's Language, All About Dogs, Female Dog Breeding Manual, Female Dog Postpartum Care, Dog Identification Encyclopedia, Dog Food Production Encyclopedia, Rules of Dog Raising in the Yaomun Palace. Good lord, he is quite considerate. Sanchi's face darkened as he curiously opened the Female Dog Breeding Manual. Under Wu Shanshen's special care, Sanchi became the person in charge of the outer sect kennel. This guy did not even give him an outer sect disciple to order round. Sanchi's first job was really to shovel Shastra's tea. This dog shit stinks. Sanchi looked at the dog poop all over the ground. Many dogs in the kennel were baring their teeth at him like an outsider. Woof, woof, woof. A burly dog as tall as a man barked the loudest and spat out saliva. Be quiet. When Sanchi heard the noise, he berated them. However, the barking of the dogs became even louder. He walked over, pulled out the big dog and started to beat it up. The latter still wanted to bite him, but when it clamped its jaw on Sanchi's top-grade Vajra Dharma body, its dog teeth almost broke. Ow, ow. Tilde. The screams of the dog frightened the other dogs, and they all shut up and quietened down. As he used violence to silence the dogs, Sanchi took a glance and realized that a big gray dog was looking at him from the corner of its eyes with a dissatisfied glance. "Are you looking down on me?" Sanchi felt that this husky-like fellow was disrespectful to him. He strode over, grabbed it, and gave it a good beating. "There's something wrong with your eyes too. You need to loosen up." Sanchi caught the dogs that he disliked and taught them all lesson. Soon, all the gazes in the dog's eyes became kinder. "Young master, what are you doing?" Big Smart popped his head out and looked at Sanchi, who was pressing a big yellow dog to the ground and beating it up as he glared angrily, causing lines to appear on his face. In befriending Thetic, Sanchi threw the dog back and rearranged his hair. He immediately restored his gentlemanly demeanor as he asked indifferently, "How did you find me?" "There are rumors outside that the new elder is shoveling SHE. I thought that there weren't any new elders recently, so I came over to take a look." "It's really you, young master." "Wu Shansheng, you're spreading rumors. In the person in charge of these kennels." "What do you mean I became a poop scooper?" Sanchi snorted and stared at Big Smart with ill intentions. "Good that you came. In the future, I'll leave the poop picking and dog feeding to you." "Young master, I don't have any experience in this." Big Smart looked bitter. "Here's the guide." Sanchi threw the stack of manuals over. After some thought, he threw out a pile of pills. "This is your salary. Work hard." Big Smart wanted to say that too much dog poop was too smelly, but when he saw the Foundation Establishment pill inside, he immediately retracted his complaints and said righteously, "It's my honor to work for young master." He was still a little uncertain. "Young master, did you give me the wrong pill? I'm already at the Foundation Establishment realm. Do you think he'll still need this?" Sanchi walked to an attic beside the kennel. "I'm going to cultivate. Call me if you need anything." "Okay." Big Smart happily accepted the pill and opened the book to take a look. His face twitched a few times before he looked at the dogs. "Don't bite me, or I'll get young master to beat you up." Sanshi decided to stay in the Yao Moon Palace officially and started to cultivate. Half a day later, Liu Ruxu came over. Seeing that Sanshi had been arranged to raise the dogs, Liu Ruxu said angrily, "Young master, they're bullying you. Raising dogs is dirty, tiring and not pleasing at all. I'm going to tell master." "No, it's just a few dogs. Big Smart will be responsible for them from me." Sanshi was not interested in telling Ziyu about such a small matter. "Oh, you're right, you can get old Liu to help, but you have to be more domineering in the future. Don't be bullied." Liu Ruxu grabbed Sangshi's hand and reminded him, "Zuer, I know, but we've only just gained a foothold. It's better for us to keep a low profile for a while." Sangshi smiled. He was not afraid of death, but there was no need to make enemies everywhere. He had to familiarize himself with the situation in the Yao Moon Palace first. "Young master, you're considerate. I'll listen to you." Liu Ruxu lay obediently in Sangshi's arms. "In nothing in the outer sect, so you have to do well in the inner sect. Since cultivation is more important in the inner sect, let's start cultivating." Sangshi grabbed at Liu Ruxu's clothes, and they began to dual cultivate. 7 suns rose and 2 of them communicated with Liu Ruxu's mu. Sangshi's masculinity became gentle, while Liu Ruxu's level was raised crazily. After Sangshi did not take the initiative to have a death wish, and handed the miscellaneous matters to Big Smart. Sangshi spent most of his time either cultivating alone or dual cultivating with Liu Ruxu. 2 months later, Sangshi's acupuncture points were opened. He managed to open 8 of the 9 suns, and his Khanate Pure Yang art was raised to the 15th level in one go. His martial Dao and immortal Dao realm had both reached the mid-stage of the extraordinary foundation establishment realm. It was not just his cultivation. In this peaceful cultivation, he had already grasped the basics of the embryonic breathing technique, and this had already begun to modify his body. After the transformation was completed, he would no longer need to rely on external breathing. Then he would be able to survive without breathing. "I didn't die in the past 2 months at all. Life without a death wish is a little boring." After breaking through, Sangshi had a strange thought. He did not know that his speed was already 10 times that of ordinary cultivators, but he was still not satisfied. When Liu Ruxu came to him to cultivate, he asked, "Is the teleportation formation fixed?" Coincidentally, it was fixed 2 days ago. "Also, young master, you don't have to look for Zuer next time. I'll look for you instead." Liu Ruxu smiled sweetly. She might be the first inner sect disciple to take the initiative to find a Dao companion to dual cultivate with. Her status was completely reversed. "Are Yaodong?" Sangshi's heart skipped a beat. "Why don't we dual cultivate somewhere else? It'll be more exciting." "Yeah, sure." Liu Ruxu blushed. "Shall we go in now? I can show you my cave abode."